friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Meloncita, and today I'm going to be finally going through my 2025 planner lineup. It's taken quite a bit of changes and testing and rearranging to kind of figure out what I want to use for my daily life. And so if you're interested in seeing what I chose, then keep watching. So just to kind of go over my process for when I choose different planners. You may have already seen my 2024 planner review and how I've been looking at my planners, some things that I want to change and some things that I'm keeping. But I also work in tandem with my goal setting system, which I use the Moxie Life system. And if you're not familiar with the Moxie Life system, I definitely check them out. I'll link them below. I use the system, but I don't use the planner. I kind of just use my own planner. But those combined kind of help me figure out and decide what I need to keep track of daily, what I should be what I would be using for the year, what my values and priorities are. And this year, I'll go into it more in my probably Moxie Goals video, but there's going to be some changes in 2025, and so I really needed to take that in consideration before I decided on some planners. But to be honest, there really isn't that much changed. It's just kind of how I do my planning, or the planning hasn't changed. What I like to keep track of and what I like to use for planning hasn't changed. But just kind of the way that I'm doing it changed. So there are changes, but not really. So anyways, there are also two different categories that I will say. So the stack that you see in front of you right now is like what I would use on the daily. So what I will use probably every day or weekly. I have another stack of planners that I would categorize as like more like memory. And so I'll go over that at the end of the video, but let's just get started on these. Some of these may look familiar, some of these may not, but we'll start with this one here. So in 2024, I used a catch-all planner in a classic vertical. This year, I'm going to be using a big horizontal. And the main reason is because I have the big horizontal available. So in 2024, I wanted to try something out in a horizontal, and it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. And so since this is a this is an 18-month planner. So it started in July of 2024 all the way till the end of 2025. So I still have a full year of a planner here. And I figured, let me use this as best as I can for 2025. I already kind of tried, let me see if I could, tried testing it out since I wasn't using it anymore for 2024. I tried testing it out in the last like weeks of December to see how I would like it. It's still kind of a work in progress, but for the most part, one of the main reasons why I'm changing is also because in this format, it's more functional rather than decorative. And like, as you can see, it's just a lot of just writing stuff down with light decoration. And so I think for 2025, that's what I'm going to need for my catch-all, is just keeping track of the daily stuff. And this is what's going to, I guess, work for me. I'm still figuring out the layout, but this is basically just a bunch of checklists for myself and notes, brain dumps, stuff like that. But yeah, I'll continue. So that'll be my catch-all. If you're not familiar, this is the horizontal layout. It's a big horizontal as well. So that's the monthly. This is the old iteration of the horizontal. I think the new horizontal now has like this division here with check boxes. I don't really mind either way. It kind of would suck if you're still using it as a journal, but my horizontal planner as a journal has been retired, so I won't be using it that way anymore. But yeah, I'm looking forward to testing this out more. So that's my catch-all. Next, we'll talk about the planner, these planners. So you've probably seen this in many of my videos, but it's a transformer planner. So I have two different planners in here that are sectioned off. So this section is my reading journal section. and I will continue using a reading journal. This is my 24 and 2024 reading challenge. I have 4 more books left for the rest of the year, but I'm in the middle of 4 books, so hopefully I can finish them in time. And I use filler paper to jot down my thoughts every time I read a certain section each day of the books. I used to keep these TV shows, the video games, movies, what I'd watch, things like that in here. So it was more like a media journal. But I think in 2025, I'm still debating whether I want to keep it in the big format or combine them all together in a classic, since I have so much filler paper in classic. Either way, I really like this media journal idea. So this will be staying in some format or another. But I do like keeping it in a disc system rather than in a bound journal, because I have thoughts for certain books a lot of the times, but I never know which kind of books I will like. So the reading journals that I've seen, like in the bound journals, they're really cute, but they're not really functional for me for how I use them. So I'm just gonna probably continue doing like this, where it's like filler paper style, and then just journaling what I feel as I'm reading through them. And then this other planner in this Transformer planner is my budget planner. So hold on, I already have January printed, so I'll show you. If you're not familiar, I use the Budget by Paycheck workbook by the Budget Mom. I've been using it since 2019. It's been helping me and my family to pay off debt, to pay off our bills, and to build up our savings. And so if it ain't broke, I'm not gonna fix it. So this has been working great for us, and I will continue to use it probably until I don't know. So that'll be definitely staying. And it'll probably stay in this big format because it's easier. I have the digital version of the planners, of the workbook, and so I just printed out the pages that I need. And it's just easier in 8.5 by 11. So that's staying. If you watched my 24 review, this one will look familiar. So this is a dashboard classic planner that I use for my goal setting system. And so like I said in the beginning, I use the Moxie Life system, and so I use that in tandem with this dashboard layout. So the Moxie Life system basically has 8 areas of life where you create, kind of break down your bigger goals from annual goals to monthly goals, and then smaller weekly actions involved in the 8 areas of life. And so I use a dashboard layout like this because it's sectioned, the daily, how should I say this? The weekly part of the dashboard is sectioned off into 8 sections already. So I wouldn't say ignore the dates. I just use the week that I'm currently on, use 8 of the sections for each of the areas of life to write my weekly actions. And then I do my weekly reflections on the side here. When I do my monthly reflections, I actually do them on like a separate sheet and just kind of stick it in here. Brain dump on the other side. It's just like a filler paper that I use. And then the monthly, I'm planning to continue doing what I'm doing here, which is kind of keeping track of the weekly actions that I've completed or steps that I've completed and have done towards my weekly actions. And I color code them so that I can have a visual to see like how much I'm doing in the month, what areas of life are kind of being neglected, and things that I can do better. So that is my goal planner. And this will continue on 2025. It's an 18-month planner, and it goes all the way till December of 2025. So it's staying. So this is kind of a newer addition to the planner lineup. So for the last couple of months, I've been trying to figure out a health planner or health journal situation, and that's where like the big horizontal came in. You might have seen I tried using the productivity layout for a month, but it wasn't really working out, and so I'm going to give this a try. This is the Heroes Planner. It's a B5 size, and I got this one when the Kickstarter started, and so it is an undated planner. I'll just open up. It's an undated planner. It has 13 months, 4 weeks in each month. So here's an example of a month. The themes are kind of like geeky adventure style themes. And the theme for the Heroes Planner here is like jumping between different universes. And so each month is a different universe. And it's like kind of an adventure style planner. And so here is like the pre-month kind of checklist to yourself. Here is the theme for this month, which is Sherlock Roach, which is really cute. It's like a Sherlock Holmes theme. Every month comes with an undated spread like this, with some art. You can pick whether Monday or Sunday start. And then each month has 4 weekly layouts like this. So on this side, it's a horizontal style layout. You could put the days of the month here. It starts on a Monday, and it's pretty much blank from there. So, well, I shouldn't say blank, but they have a habit tracker here. So you can list the habits that you want to track, and you can actually track them daily, which this is what I really like about it. And then on this side, they have different sections for like notes, to-do lists. They have a quote every week, and then like an illustration on the bottom here that you can like color. I was even thinking of using washi tape for it. So there's 4 weeks here. And then every quarter there is a quarterly research log, basically where you're checking in with yourself every quarter. And then here is the next monthly. And this is an example of one of the weeks that I filled out just to try it out. I really like how it came out so far, and so I will continue using this as a health tracker and planner, kind of combining my daily tracking that I want to do of my health. So like my weight, my water intake, my steps, and my movement. And then also with the horizontal journal that I had retired, where I would kind of daily journal, I'm just putting it into here instead. So it's all in one place. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to trying this out. And if you are interested, I believe that they're actually starting pre-orders, or you can order, I think it's pre-order, for version 2 of this. There are some changes that they're making. I think one of the major ones that I thought was cool was instead of 4 weeks a month, it's 5 weeks a month. So you really extend the life of these planners. But yeah, this is my health planner, and even has like my name on here, which is kind of cool. Yeah. And then lastly, this is going to be my daily highlights journal. So this is the Aura, Stella, and Annie Plans A5 365 planner. It will be basically replacing this one, which is my B6 planner. I use this as a daily highlight so I can keep track of everything that happened throughout the day. Like all of the details. And so I love this thing. As you can see, she is getting very fluffy. So this is like an example of like how the weekly would look like. I think this is the middle of the week. But it basically was, it had like a weekly spread on here, and then the 7 days of the week dated. And then so I just use this side to kind of write down all the things that happened in the day, and then likely decorate through like just decorations where there was space left over. So what I was trying to do was a sticker a day on the weekly. I didn't really know what to do on this weekly. So I tried sticker of a day and then writing a letter to myself. But then there was also this part of it where I was trying to write like a highlight each day. And that just became too much to do for one. And, or in the same planner, this felt kind of redundant. As much as I love the idea of it, see, like I would fall off in some weeks. And so I decided to kind of try to make it a little bit easier and consolidate, figure out what I loved about doing this, and then incorporating into here. And so this, the main thing that's removed from here, well, I guess I'll just flip through it. So this is the 365. This one is different, where you have the calendars here. I don't know the terms, but like this is just the days of the week. I mean, the days of the month. I guess I can use this like for habit tracking. And then these are kind of like a full table of the 365 days in the year. Blank page. Monthly pages are in the front, so this is what the monthly looks like. They're all in the front together, and then there is a blank page in between, and then it actually starts numbering each day. So this is number 1, and then this is page 2, and it goes on for 365 days. So there's like a page a day, and then there's just some extra pages in the back here. And so the reason why I went with this instead of continuing with the daily is this planner removes the weekly spread from the planner and just has the monthly. And so I think I'm keeping the fun daily highlights that I liked from this planner, as well as like a condensed version of the kind of daily gratitude sticker a day idea that I want to try to implement back into here, but just in the monthly. I don't need to do it in 2 places at once. As much as I loved using my stickers up, because I used a lot of stickers in this, I think this will be a lot easier. Plus there's so much room for activities, you know, like, I don't know, I'm just really excited to start continuing to keep up with my daily highlights. And yeah, so that's the daily. So I had mentioned that there are 2 kind of categories of planners for me this upcoming year, or this next year. Now this stack, oh, I forgot one. This stack of planners are for my memory creative side. The daily planners that I showed you aren't, I would use stickers in them, but I'm not really thinking about them in terms of like decoration and being cute. I'm thinking of it more as functional, and I still wanted to keep up with something creative in some way. So that's where these come in. These are not like daily. I'm not obligated to do these every single day. These are more of when I can get to them, because I still want to, you know, have fun and play with stickers when I have time. So now I'm going to divide these even more. So this, I'm going to put this to the side. This planner might look familiar to you. I talked about this during my 2024 review, and this is what I'm calling my creative vertical. And it's like a different version of my highlights. It's a very highly decorated planner that highlights all of the daily things. So it's more like, it keeps, how do I say this? I use this to create more of a highly decorative spread to kind of just, I guess you can call it memory keeping of all of the little things that happen throughout the week. So this is an example of January. Oh, and I should mention, this is for 2024. And the reason why it's in the stack is because I'm trying to catch up. So this is January 2024. I'll flip through some of these weeks, but here's the first week of January. And so as you can see, it's like really highly decorated. It's all of the details in here. And I love doing these because I love looking back at some of the things that I did. And it's just a lot of fun to look and see all of the activities that happened throughout the week. Combining it with the photos is a little much for me because I want to see all the photos too. You know, I love all the memory stuff. And so for 2024, I'm going to try to catch up in 2024 in this planner. This was one I did recently for the first week of February. And the reason why I want to stick with this is because I had just finished 2023, and that was also a lot of fun. And so, you know I can do it. It's just whenever I have time, I want to try to make it whenever I can. You know, I'm not going to beat myself up over it if I don't finish it by the end of the year kind of thing. But then for 2025's Vertical Creative, I actually purchased this during the Black Friday sale. So this is technically a July 24 to June 25 12-month planner. But it was too good of a deal to pass up, and it was really cute. So I'm going to be using this for 2025's Creative Vertical. I had already moved July to December of 2024 to the back. So this one will start in January. So the first half of the year is dated correctly for 2025. The second half of the year, I would need to redate, but that's fine with me because most of the things that I use are sticker kits and I have a lot of redating stickers anyway, so once I'm still debating whether I want to do them in tandem at the same time with each other. I don't know, we'll figure it out. But basically I want to keep this part of my planner up. So there's that. And then these two are actually my photo memory planners. So I don't really show these that often because, you know, it's just a lot of, there's a lot of photos and it's not done. So this is what I've been using for 2023. I just finished July of 2023 and I'm slowly catching up. But it's basically like a photo planner. So here is an example of a spread in July of 2023. I have discovered about myself that I don't need to correspond it to the week that it needs to be. And so these pages are just, I'm looking at them as blank canvases for me to put down pages. And I've been keeping some of these old pages from old planners that I didn't complete and from the big. And so I use that as kind of like filler if I have a lot more photos than I need for each, that I can spread onto each page. And so yeah, it's just a bunch of photos. There really isn't, it's just a lot of fun to decorate and use up all of my stickers. I really want to keep this up because I loved looking back at these, remembering and having all the memories and things like that. So this was July and I still have the other half of the year to go for this one. So this will definitely have to be either, I'll put expander discs on here, but this is going to be for 2023. I'll finish that. And this one I'm actually going to use for 2024, which this one is a pretty old happy planner, memory keeping planner. It looks like this, so it's undated. It has like a lot of decoration. It's really cute and pretty, but I don't really mind if there's like shading or like my colors don't match. Like it doesn't really matter to me, at least. So I really just want to use what I have. And what perfect way to use a memory keeper than for a memory keeper. So it has 12 months with I think 6 weeks each, which is pretty cool. And then this is what like the monthly milestones area looks like. I don't know if I'll actually use this, maybe, I don't know. And then the last tab has all of these extra pages that you can use to fill in throughout the year. So like there's like a Christmas one, there's gratitude ones, like some, like, yeah, more gratitude, autumn, summer, I guess this is spring, and then a bunch of vacations, some birthday ones, and then just like general best day kind of things. And so this is what I will be using for 2024. I've had this for a while, and so I'm really glad that I'm finally using it for something. The last thing that I'm going to be kind of considering in my memory is a 5-year planner. So this is a 5-year, I think it's a Hobonichi. I'm not sure. I've never bought one of these before, so I'm really excited. But it goes from 2025 to 2029. And I figured since 2025 starts, in my mind, 2025, it's like an even number in a way. Anyway, I thought that would be a perfect time to start something like this. And so it has 2025, 2029 on it. Here is on the side. And what it looks like a Hobonichi Techno. I don't know. I've never owned one of these before, and this is pretty cool. But what it looks like is here's January 1st. And it has the section for each year. So 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. And then a full page for that day. And then when you go to the next page, it starts on January 2nd and so on. And if you're curious, because this is what my husband asked me to, they have February 29th. And only in 2028 because it only happens every 4 years, which I thought was really interesting. And this is going to be... I mean, I guess I really love my highlights because this is going to be another version of highlights. It'll probably make more sense later, but what this will be for is just little things here and there of like funny quotes that were said, events that were happening, things that I just want to really jot down for memory for the future, so that I can look back on this in the last 5 years and just really keep a really easy memory to look back on. But yeah, and I thought it was just really cool. I wanted to try it out. This feels really nice. Like, this feels this feels like a really nice quality. So I'm really excited to use this. This is the back for the next 5 years. So there you have it. That is my 2025 planner lineup. I am really looking forward to the next year. The next video that I'm planning to make is my Moxie goals, my annual goals from the Moxie Life System, talking about maybe my word of the year. Well, I will talk about word of the year, but it's really, I'll get into it in that video. I'll maybe talk about more about what the life changes are happening and things that are just happening in my life during that video, because that'll kind of give a bigger, broader picture of the goals that I'm choosing. If you're interested in seeing those like goal setting videos, or if you want to just see more of my videos, go ahead and click on my face to subscribe to my channel. I'm really trying to make an effort to continue posting regularly because I've just really been enjoying doing it. And I just kind of want to share a system that I haven't really seen that often. So hopefully this helps you, or this helps somebody out there. And so yeah, thank you again so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you in my next one.